Oops. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I am the victim of what Wubcake has done to me. One of them. She put me through major suicide relapse. As in, she doesn't care about who she has hurt, what she has done, but apparently, to her, it's okay to make people miserable.
So, to be clear though, uh, when I'm sorry that that's happened to you. I've obviously talked with the Jinnabun years ago, uh, when she was going through that. It's definitely not. It's definitely pretty disappointing that she didn't really face anything, and she's accumulating more and more victims. I
And
will
Wing,
say,
Wing, here you go. Wing here is BLE2295 on Twitch. And he is one of the key eyewitnesses of Wubcake's tyranny slash hateful, spiteful thing towards me.
Hello?
hey, what's up?
Hey, Voluminous. How are you?
I'm okay, I guess. Uh, Again, though, just to be clear, I there's not a whole lot that I can do with Jenna. It was a little bit different. I was able to do a little bit more. She ultimately didn't want to pursue anything. Um, I really highly recommend um that if you guys have any sort of tangible evidence that you take it to the police for criminal action, um, or at the very least you make that public in the Twitter sphere and stuff like that. I am willing to signal boost whatever that's worth, since I don't really make videos all that much anymore these days. But um, yeah, I just wanted to let that expectation be known. I can't. I don't have some sort of pool that I can just take down Wubcake. I've had other people come to me with that. I don't have that power. Those people that she hangs around already don't like me. I don't have any kind of swing in that regard.
I just, I just don't under like, I just don't understand why people can't like let me be what I want to be, and people don't want me to like. She literally broke me. This
Yeah,
literally
and
broke me. Like I literally had like, I wanted her to be impressed by my voice acting career. It's just hard to, like, I have attachment issues. And, like, I literally have attachment issues when it comes to famous people. Like, I idol them because maybe one day I want to be just like them. But with her being, like, this pedophilia looking person that I heard last night, and Wing told me about it, my mind was just blown.
Yeah, I was the one who pretty much started about the whole Wubcake thing. Like, I was the one who typed. Remember when Wubcake was fouled, and that was when you started stating your
The
point of view.
testimony of what you said about her being a pedophile and shit. I did not know this. I literally did not know this. And I think it's just sickening. And what she did to me pulled me over the edge, and literally Wing here had to pull me out of that darkness, out of that suicidal relapse, because I was bullied for my disabilities and a whole lot of other shit that I do not like, especially when um when she literally was saying that her friend, I think she might have been lying, but her friend had bipolar depression and shit, but I don't even know who it was, because she literally put, I have videographic evidence of her coming into my streams and talking with me. And then she sent me a server invite. This is like right after I talked with her and shit. Like, I literally, and then she called me a band evader because I changed my name. I look professional looking now, and she called me a band evader. Even though I changed my name, changed my profile picture, I'm not a band evader when it's just the same profile picture, or same profile. Same numbers at the end.
Okay. I guess real quick, what is I guess what's the main accusation that you're levying against? Is it just
The
is
suicide
it just
relapse thing and the pedophilia thing. That's both. What she did to me and what she has done to the kids.
were you like a victim of the
Su-
pedophilic stuff?
no, suicide relapse. But I feel my heart goes out to the victim really badly. Like, for real,
Okay.
nobody should go through that, especially at a young age.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I can't really do much for the suicidality. I can't
Like,
speak
she
much
nearly
for
would
that.
have been arrested for involuntary manslaughter, basically, if I would have gone that route. She really would have gone through involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely agree that she's obviously
Even though
a
I made
shit
mistakes
person.
in life, and I made a mistake of doing something in her server that wasn't quote unquote very good, but um little did I know that she still has minors in her server too.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously that's not great. She has a habit, seems, of grooming and stuff like that. But I can't really do like unless there was like very explicit logs. There's for that for if she was if you had something like a new victim, a child who was groomed or is in danger from her, then there's something I can work more with.
Basically, I think her new groomer child is this D-Boy313 guy. Because he's 15 right now. Because she's literally keeping him in the server and shit. And I'm like... It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely... Pat, I can't do anything, though, unless the victim comes forward. If you're in contact with them and you know them, you can... I
I
guess...
don't know, I don't think he knows that he's being groomed, though. I think he's just being manipulated by her. Like, she literally manipulates a whole bunch of people and shit.
Yes, I would say that's pretty accurate, but I can't... So for your specific situation, there's not really anything legally that
But
I
then
could
I
help
also have
with.
screenshots of one of her fellow followers sending me messages saying at the very end, after I told him I felt suicidal and shit, he said, hope you have a speedy recovery and blah blah blah, and don't talk to any of us again. I'm like, I didn't say anything to them.
Well, I mean, there's nothing really there if he's just telling you that he hopes you have a recovery period. I can't really do anything
Like,
there. I guess what is...
in my mindset, I thought he said, go ahead with your suicide, okay? Because my state of mind at that time was very, very fragile. Wayne can confirm this.
Yeah, I can confirm on that. And let's just say that one of her followers wanted to be a little jackass, if you know what I mean. Because he started talking shit about the Baroni fandom and whatnot. Like, I get people have their viewpoints on things, but I'm guessing on his part, he went way too far on it, you know?
Yeah, he said all bronies are bad. Not all bronies are bad. You think I'm bad? I just started into the fandom in 2020. So you're calling me a bad individual?
Yeah. So
It's like for
I
real.
I guess what do you guys... what are you looking for, I guess, out of...
I just want
um
have her comeuppance after what she had done to me, and she literally tricked me into a false sense of security back in January as well, after she banned me the
This
first
was
time.
all some Harmony. And when I heard the news that she was guesting there, I admit I was upset. I honestly didn't want her to be a guest after how she treats people and what she does whenever her fellow followers decide to
And
be
she literally yelled at a
toxic.
12-year-old boy after he asked her if she was gonna be nice. She was gonna be nice to him.
yeah, I mean,
And that was during her
Handy 20
kismet.
anniversary shit.
yeah,
There
she's
was
definitely an asshole, but I
She
mean, I
don't need to
guess
be yelling at a 12-year-old boy and shit during your streams. That's just despicable.
sure. Unfortunately, there's not really anything I can do. Like you can say like she's a terrible person. She is, but I don't. The main thing that would give her comeuppance is obviously any of the rape or child molestation things, etc. Which, as far as I know, which is why I don't... I bring it up, but I always mention the legal reasons, it's a joke, etc. Because the actual victims that I know of aren't interested in pursuing that.
I
If
really
you
want
guys
to
had
expose her for
contact...
what she has done to both of us. Like, literally lied, manipulated, put me into a suicide relapse. I literally one time almost got fired from my job because I had no motivation that week because of what she done.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's obviously awful. I guess really the best recourse for your both your particular situation is, again, just there's not necessarily a legal recourse here. Maybe there could be in the civil, but that wouldn't be criminal. I'm not knowledgeable on that. Is just put your story out there. Use your logs, your screenshots, whatever you have,
I
and
do. I have it
maybe.
everywhere that I still think I have some of them saved. I do have some of them saved on my computer to make sure that those are evidence when I do go to police and shit like that.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, definitely if you have a criminal thing, go to the police first and foremost.
Like
If you
I could think I could screen share what I have right now, because this is what she DM'd me not too long ago. This is what she DM'd me after the incident, after I got banned from her 2 hours later after she invited me to her server. This one right here.
Okay, let me see.
Like, she literally...
So this is Wubcake here.
herself, yes. This is actually the legit Wubcake.
Oh, so she switched back to her candies.
Like,
Okay, so
and then at the very end, after I got banned, I was like, I'm confused. And she called me ban evader, even though I just have the same profile tag, same everything. Just have a picture and just look more professional in my bio.
okay. Um, if
The
if
crying for
this one is the
attention,
main
like,
thing,
the crying for attention part, I made a video of me crying and apologizing because I felt worthless. I literally felt like I was like the scum of the earth. That was during my suicide relapse. That was literally during my suicide relapse when she did this shit.
okay. So if I understand here, you were banned and you made an apology video for the ban, or
For the ban and all the reasons of why I was banned, and I said, I'm sorry, and I started crying at the end. No one even
okay,
told me why I was banned. But then, as soon as my friend goes into the server, and she told me why I was banned, because they told her that I was banned because NSFW screenshot of a conversation
and an SW conversation.
in the
I is
server. In the server.
is that banned?
They said it was a minor incident, but then 3 days later I get banned for some fucking reason.
So you were banned for NSFW conversations in the server.
Yeah.
Okay, so is the server not allowed to have any NSFW content?
It was allowed, but not in the general facility. My stupid brain. We were joking and having fun one night, and I remember her saying about kinks and fetishes and shit. And I posted a screenshot of my fetish, and I got in trouble for it. And I'm like, sorry, my bad. Even though after I apologized for it, I still got banned for it 3 days afterwards.
Okay, so Was it a picture of something, or was it
No,
just
it
a
was just a
GIF?
screenshot of a combo.
Oh, okay. So So did you post a screenshot of a conversation? And I'm just trying to get everything.
Yeah, in the NSFW chat, like the general chat, no pictures or nothing. Just a convo between me and another person.
Detailing your fetish or showing an example of your fetish.
Just speaking it, like texting it out, the fetish.
Okay.
That was it. That was the only conversation I had. Zip, zilch, zero. Like, that was the only conversation I had with the people. And then they deleted the photo, or deleted the screenshot, and they basically, 3 days later, banned me.
Okay, so you were banned for, I guess, violating a server rule of the
I did not
NSFW.
know there was minors in the server. No one tells me the ages of the people. Nobody. I look at all the. I couldn't look through so many profiles. I looked, trying to make sure everyone's like of age because I didn't want to get in trouble. Because I read on the server there is people, there are 18 kids here or 18 minors. I looked through all those profiles and I got one night, and yeah. Do you think I wanted to go through like thousands of profiles in one day?
No, of course not.
So I looked through all the profiles. I found maybe like most of them were adults, and there's some of them I didn't know who was who because I read the names so fast and I looked at the profiles and all that stuff. But I hardly remember any of the fucking things because right or like with some things that happen with memory because of trauma, I usually block some memories out. But you know.
Okay. And was this like the last interaction you had with Wubcake? Was this her saying that you had innovated?
Well, she literally, it was the last incident, yes, but, like, the whole point is she literally put me through two times of getting me into false hope and trying to talk things out with her civil.
Okay, so she did contact you after this, or
She contacted me at first after well, it's actually after the ban evade about a month ago in February before HarmonyCon.
okay.
And she talked to me on a stream of mine. She suddenly popped in somewhere in I think it was HarmonyCon server. I was streaming in there, or live streaming Call of Duty, getting all my stuff done, doing my daily quests and stuff like that. And then she comes in around 40 minutes, 31 seconds, I think. Or is it 40 something? It was in the 40-minute mark when she popped in and we talked for like 2 hours and then she left. But when she sent me the server, I thought, well, I mean, I can get closure, talk to her. Literally 2 hours later, one of her friendos from the K&D server come in and then banned me after they banned two really strange people. I'm not gonna lie, they were really strange.
Okay. So if I have the timelines right, you were banned.
The first ban was from the NSFW thing, yes.
Yeah, yeah. And then you guys met back up a month later. You guys were both in the HarmonyCon Discord.
This, the 8 months ago, or 9 months ago, would have been in last year of May when I got banned from her server, because it was 8 or 9 months ago when that incident happened.
Yeah, and about a month or two ago here on the January is where you guys met up again in the HarmonyCon server. It
And she
sounds
she
like
randomly came in there, and Wing can tell you that it was a false sense of hope kind of thing.
Yeah,
It
that
was a trick.
was.
It was a trick. He came in there to survey and protect me if something happens.
Mm-hmm.
So once I got banned, he texted me saying ambush, and then he got banned.
Okay. So what it kind of sounds like is, well, Wubcake is a shit person, but what it sounds like is she didn't remember you or the specific incident regarding you, and most likely it sounds like she invited you. Were you on a different Discord account
No, this is the same account right here
that got banned?
that got banned from her server.
Okay. I don't know if they like cleared the ban log or something, but it looks like it seems like she didn't know you were banned previously, and she was just inviting you. Uh, and
Because I
her mod.
rebranded myself a little bit. I made myself more professional looking, and she's like, "Oh, this professional looking person looks cool. Might buy her server." And then, I mean, either way, it's really like if she doesn't remember me or not, and then she remembered me like 2 hours in the server later. Like, how can you remember somebody also suddenly after talking with me?
Well, it's most likely that her mods remembered you or reminded you. I can speak from experience. I don't know who gets banned from my servers most of the times. The mods handle that. I don't keep a record. And so there's been times where I still get messages from people who got banned from my server just saying, "Hey, unban me," and I don't know what they did, and I just pass it on to the mods. Um, so it sounds like she wasn't aware. It doesn't actually sound like she was trying to give you false hope or anything. It sounds like she was unaware. Her mods made her aware, and she just went with her mods' decision.
Yeah, but she could have said, "Hey, what's your side of the story?" She didn't even ask that. Like, they didn't
Uh,
even ask, she didn't ask me my side of the story. She didn't ask me anything. Like, hey, what happened? Like, stuff like that. Like,
So
she could have been.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit here. If you are planning to go to the police or make it public or anything like that, these are gonna be the comments that you're going to get. Um, it sounds like you were banned for originally violating the server's rules, which you seem to agree and admit that you posted NSFW content in general and it's not allowed to be done. Um, and you now acknowledge that there were children in there, which, given her track record and her public opinion, even if she is a pedophile, she obviously wants to keep up a veneer of not being one, obviously. So she would do whatever she needs to do publicly to not have more accusations. Um, so she probably has a pretty strict moderation on adult content in her server. So I can see why that would be a permanently bannable offense.
Even though
You
after I
met up,
apologized for it.
yeah, but obviously she doesn't want. So for me, for example, um, I wouldn't want someone posting porn in general if there's minors there because that's just not good. I don't
It's
want
just
porn in
really
minors.
not right for children's eyes to be put that way.
Yes, so you understand why she may then take a pretty strong ban stance on that, right? You can understand
Yeah,
where she's coming from with that.
yeah, but
Okay.
she could have texted me or messaged me. It's like, hey, just letting you know you're banned because of this and this and this.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you were told eventually why
5 to 6 months
banned.
later.
Okay, no one told you why you were banned before that.
Nope.
Okay, but you knew
Like,
you broke the rule, right?
yeah, and I regret it deeply. Like, and I tried to apologize, but I lost it. I broke, I cried.
Yeah. And I get all that, but just to again play devil's advocate. So just let me put it all there. So you and it may sound a little harsh. So you broke the server rules. Well, Wubs Mods banned you. It sounds like she wasn't looking for you when you met up later. Guys were just in the HarmonyCon Discord at the same time, and she saw someone streaming. She didn't know who you were because you've changed your look to be a little bit more professional. She invited you to a server. She was unaware who you were. It sounds like she was made aware of your previous ban, and she banned you because you were already banned.
Yeah, basically. But she could have told me a little bit nicer way instead of like, you were crying for attention. No.
Yeah, sure. That could be worded better, but was that the only thing that she's done to you? Is there anything,
There
because
was
that in
there
of
like
itself isn't really anything that could be actionable by legally, or I mean you could put it up to the court of public opinion, but I don't think many people would explicitly side against her on this story. It's not like an egregious transgression.
she didn't know. Like I told her one time like I would have panic attacks or I would have issues with certain things that would happen in my life, and I told her that I asked her one time, "Hey, are you gonna try to ban me because of me doing something stupid, or because so many people have already banned me once because of just me being me, just like for my
Okay.
personality and my attitude and truth be told, I am very spontaneous, hyper, energetic, an all around good vibe. But other people tend to find me annoying and shit, but they don't know me for the reasons why those personalities are me. So when I thought she banned me, I thought she banned me because of my personality or just me being me at the time. Because
Okay.
I had no context of why I was banned or anything like that.
All right. I can
And
understand how this is frustrating, but there's nothing that's like criminal or morally objectionable in here.
I did at the time I was in the vent chat. This was like the night when I was banned. Um I posted a vent saying that my um I was upset I was in tears because of my American Foundation for Suicide Prevention charity live stream was DDoSed. Like, DDoSed
Okay.
attacked. Meaning I had no way to get back on stream. So
Sure.
I was in tears, I was crying, I was frustrated, and then what made it worse is when that ban happened.
Okay. But this isn't. Well, I understand you went through a difficult time, right? This doesn't necessarily relate to Wubcake. Wubcake was simply like while you can go through a hard time, and that's terrible, obviously, right?
Yeah,
That doesn't necessarily put Wubcake in the wrong for banning you for something involving NSFW content in general, right?
yeah,
She also can't personally. She probably So from the perspective as a YouTuber, right, as another YouTuber, and I've been way bigger than Wubcake has ever been at her height. We don't usually ban the people ourselves. That's gonna be our mod teams. Um, and so she probably wasn't even aware that it happened. It wasn't targeted. They weren't looking at you saying you're having a bad time right now, so specifically you get banned just because of that. Um, so there's not really much there. Um, Wubcake's a terrible person. Don't get me wrong. She's an awful, hideous human being on the inside.
She's just a, she's just, she's a monster. She used to be my idol, but in my eyes now, she's a monster.
Sure. But in this specific personal scenario of yours, she hasn't really done anything egregious.
Well, I mean, I thought she was being like a false sense of hope kind of person or a trap, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but okay, so look at it from her perspective. She's not going, when you said she joined your stream, I thought you meant she joined your Twitch stream. But if you're in HarmonyCon Discord server and you're streaming through Discord, she probably just saw someone streaming there. So what a lot of
Yeah,
YouTubers do,
she was technically in my Twitch channel stream because her voice was picked up on my stream.
yes, but she wasn't going to your Twitch. She wasn't specifically going to your Twitch stream.
No.
She what a lot of us do, a lot of YouTubers, has-beens, or current micro e-celebs do is we will go to those certain convention servers and we'll join because it strokes their ego to have someone go, "Oh my God, are you so and so? Oh my God, it's Wubcake. She has all three voices that she can do. How amazing!" Um, so she wasn't specifically looking out for you. It just seems like it was a coincidence, and it's a terrible
Yeah.
coincidence 'cause you weren't aware that she didn't remember you. Um, but that seems like what it was. She didn't remember you, and her mod team reminded her.
Yeah, but this at the time I was still at my low because I was recovering from my dad's death month, December.
Yeah, and I understand that, but do you understand that like Wubcake has no knowledge of this?
I kind of spilt my heart out to her when I talked to her.
Like on the in the Discord that
Yeah,
day?
and that day, yep, I literally told her all of my stuff and dreams and hopes and how she was my idol and all that shit.
Okay, I mean, I guess I understand you being upset, but like I said, there's not there's nothing legal. Like she didn't break the law, and she hasn't really transgressed any moral boundary. So as far as like repercussions and comeuppance in regards to this specific scenario, there's not really any. Um,
Yeah,
she
but
she's she's
she
bad.
literally, yeah, she's just, for me, like, if I committed suicide or something like that, she could have, like, my mom could have gotten a hold of the police and had um Wubcake arrested for manslaughter.
Well, do you think she would have been so for that, right? She wasn't telling you to harm yourself or anything like that. Did she ever like insult you personally or tell
No,
you you should harm yourself?
no, but for me,
So the only thing she did was that her mods enforced her server rules of of the ban.
yeah, and I did not know. They didn't tell me. They literally just passed on by and thought that I would forget and all that shit. No.
Okay, but that's not Wubcake encouraging you to self-harm or do anything like that.
Her
So you
friend, on the other
understand.
hand, I'm just gonna spill his name out. Wing can know him too. Charlie Odinoko.
Okay.
He was the one that texted me a long time ago. Um, he literally said, the reason why I think he lied about the reasons why I was banned. He said that, she thought I was annoying and all that stuff. And I told him that, and a little couple of minutes later, somebody else texted me, said, "Hey, how is it going with Charlie?" And I screenshotted Charlie's conversation and sent it to this other person. And I said, "This is how it's ending up."
Okay. But that's not Wubcake doing anything then.
Yeah, but it's her friend slash follower.
So you understand that we can't be held responsible for everything that a follower does.
True, but it felt like she sent him instead of herself.
Okay, but do you have any proof of that?
Um, there's one. I still have it in my DMs, I think, for a long time ago. Don't know if it
Of
still
her
exists.
sending that guy.
Oh, no,
Essentially,
somebody else that told me, because he put it in the server, and then, um, they, they did that.
so there's
So let me
there's
see.
not a lot here for someone to be charged with manslaughter in regards to the situation that you have. I don't know if I think it would be actually more accessory, but I'm
Or
not a
involuntarily, or something like that.
I'm not a legal professional for that type of thing or anything. Um, so, but you she would have had to have been the one encouraging you to self harm or actively uh, trying to get you to. She seems to have only had a very limited, at least in text, conversation with you um, for only a small bit. Maybe there's more interactions in the Discord, but you agree that she never told you to self harm. She never insulted you personally. And the only transgression that you're saying she did was she let you know that you were banned for the ban evading.
Which
And
I
she,
wasn't a ban evading. I was using my original profile and stuff. And she voluntarily, sent the invite.
yes, again, so you understand that she probably didn't know who you were from before.
This is the person that told me and stuff.
Okay, told you.
That
Okay,
I
so
asked, maybe DM asked her to contact me why I told you to post it. I said I did. They are angry. And this was back in 2022.
okay, so this is when you got banned.
Yep. He says right here, talk to Charlie, he will give you answers. You see what he says at that time? That means the mod team.
Okay.
This is him right here.
Okay, so this was the same day.
This was the same day at a different time.
Okay, was this the same day you got banned?
Nope, this was 3 days or 2 weeks afterwards.
Okay, so it's 2 weeks afterwards.
Oh,
Let
this is
me
all
just
messed
read
up.
this real quick.
But Wing was in the same server, and he said I never turned. He has proof that he is the eyewitness that I never turned on my camera. Only when I didn't hear them, I would turn on my camera and turn it back off real quick.
Yeah, she didn't turn on her camera. Like whenever it came to group calls or voice chatting, I never saw her turn it on at all.
Okay.
Usually it would just be off. I would do the same thing with mine.
Yeah, and I usually, whenever I would have the Discord calls, my phone will fuck up. So I will have to press the camera, turn it on speaker, and turn it back off to have it speaker fully. Because my call volume was so fucked up that day.
All right. I mean, it looks like before they told you to contact them pretty quickly, but it got
Contact them.
back to you 2 weeks, and they seemed to outline reasons why you were banned here.
But Charlie is not one of the mods. He's just a
Are
friend of Wubcake's.
you sure he's not a mod?
Nope. He wasn't a mod when I went in there.
Was he made a mod?
Nope.
Well, I mean, he seems to have the reasons why you're banned. Was the other guy a mod?
Nope. None of these
The
guys
other
were.
guy.
Jax was not a mod, neither was Charlie at the time.
So did you contact anyone from the mod team?
I couldn't because one of them blocked me, and I couldn't talk to the other mods to let them know what on my side of the story until I was sorry and shit. But I was banned before I could even type.
Well, you were banned 3 days later, you said.
Yep. Before I could even type apologies to any of the mod teams, because I remember some of the mod teams. Danny was one of them.
Did you apologize the day it happened?
Yeah, like,
Okay.
I'll show
Well,
you.
then you did get your apology, though, then, right?
But she blocked me before I could even send it to.
Wait, who blocked you?
Danny, one of the mods. One of the main mods, actually.
Okay. Again, nothing here is like something I can act on or would have any real reason to. This is just her enforcing a server rule or mod teams doing it. Nothing here is some sort of moral evil, I'm afraid. Like there's nothing I can do here, and I don't there's nothing legally that would be able to be done here either. There's again,
Let
if you have
me change the window real quick.
okay, but
Because I have the Danny one as well. The screenshot of can't even speak.
that won't really change much. If you have knowledge of someone that's being groomed or a child that's in danger in the server, first and foremost, don't go to me, a YouTuber, go to the police. But then you can let me know. I will gladly signal boost whatever actual crime is being committed against minors. I don't care if they're smoking pot or something like that, but if they're grooming kids or something, then that is obviously something that needs to be dealt with. But yeah, this isn't really anything that would be
Anything
too.
valid or anything like that, yeah.
I think it was more, and I understand that you're upset, but you have to understand that at least in this situation, she didn't really do anything bad. She could handle it better. There could have been better communication on your immediate band, or a mod member could have reached out, but we don't even reach out. Now, our server nowadays is a lot more quiet because we mass banned like we. So I mean, we'd be pretty egregious too. We just mass banned like 2,000 people, and then we unbanned them afterwards. But it essentially kicked everyone from the server, and then everyone had to join them. But we don't message everyone individually who gets banned. I can understand that getting banned from a spot that you like is obviously really annoying. It's really frustrating,
It
and it
was
can
for
be.
me because she was the first person that I admired and the first person that I considered talking to for voice acting tips and tricks and all that stuff.
Yeah, but you can understand why you were banned, right?
Yeah, because of the
Do
SW
you think
shit.
okay, but do you think she's wrong for keeping that ban?
I mean, I like it's a mistake, I know, but I wouldn't do it again. Like people think I'm gonna do it again. Hell, fucking no. It's a mistake. We're all human.
Sure, but you understand why her of all people would probably have a zero tolerance due to obviously her allegations
Yeah.
and the fact that she's widely known as an NSFW personality, which is surprising that she even allows any minors at all, honestly. But
I just even my friends one of my friends said it takes 2 seconds to make a NSFW server for NSFW content only, and it takes
sure, but
about 5 seconds to make a new Discord name. Like,
she probably didn't want to. Um, she
make
most likely didn't want to have to run two servers. That was one of the things that people, when we were a partnered server, people wanted us to open up a secondary Discord where they could do NSFW stuff. I didn't want to. I barely monitored my server at its height. I wasn't going to do something like that.
I
Um,
monitor 3 servers actually, and I do pretty good.
sure, but me, while other YouTubers understand that we're usually pretty busy. Wub's a terrible person, but she works in a lot of projects.
Yeah, and
The last
I
thing we want to do
also
is micromanage.
yeah, and I also wanted to hire her for um one of the projects I was making with me and my nephew. There was a project called Nuke. It's a zombie apocalypse kind of web series me and my nephew want to make and animate one day.
I mean, sure, I get that, but you can see where she's coming from, right? It sounds like this is just
A
we're kind of
miscommunication,
yeah,
misunderstanding.
miscommunication, misunderstanding, but there's nothing I can do about this. I
Yeah,
like if you think I could like smooth things over with Wub hates me, and obviously I hate her too. I've told other like victims of much more egregious actions that coming to me to expose Wub is probably not the best thing because we've had a history before publicly with videos and stuff and other things. So uh, there's nothing really that I can do. I'm sorry that you went through a rough patch. However, there's just
she could have at least like really talk things out with me civilly, like, hey, do you want to talk about this situation, how we can settle it, you know, like talk civilly. I mean, even though she's got a busy life, like she could have just like messaged me or talked to me civilly and say, hey, there's been a situation. What's up? Are you okay? You
I
know?
mean, that's things that she can do. It's not necessarily things that she has to do.
Well,
Um,
she could have,
or is
but
all
I mean,
morally obligated to do. Like, for example, there's plenty of people who have been banned from my server who want to get back in. It's pretty hard to get me to ban people. To get banned from my server, you've probably been kicked 2 or 3 times. For pretty egregious stuff.
like I remember
I
there is
can't
a
control
3 strike rule, and I remember doing that for certain people. Like,
not every server's the same way, you know?
yeah, but I mean, we're all human, we make mistakes. Even though I tried to apologize for it, she thinks I was crying for attention. No, I was just crying because I thought my favorite YouTuber decided to be a jerk to me.
Sure. But now you understand that it wasn't necessarily that she was trying to be a jerk to you. There was a valid reason why you got banned, which you understand why you got banned, right?
Yeah,
Like
but
we're,
you
we're
know,
looping right now, so we're kind of going in circles. But
yeah.
just to like explain it, yeah, you understand where she's coming from. I can understand where you're coming from, but there's just not really anything I can do.
Like if I mean, I know we're going in circles right now, but if she could have told me, "Hey," or text me or shoot me a message, it would have been fine. But she didn't. Like, I know she has a busy life, and I know she is obligated or forced to do that shit. But if she had a consideration for everybody, like, if she considered what the consequences can happen if something would have happened to me after that night, you know? Like, she could have shot me a message like, hey, are you okay? I just want to let you know that you're banned for this and this and this. I'm sorry.
Again, I don't even do that. Um, I don't do that. I don't know who gets banned from my server half
Yeah.
the time.
Like,
Um,
I'm a Twitch streamer and I have a mod team, but like we usually have really chill people in our community. Like a lot of them. I know Hero here is a mod. My other friend that's around here somewhere on the in this Discord group chat. He's a mod and stuff.
yeah.
And they make sure that when I'm gone or something like that, that they are monitoring it 24/7. Or if they're sleeping, one of them will be on the job and one of them will be off. You know, like I give these guys breaks because they fucking need it. Really, Discord? You just gotta be a bitch? Okay,
Oh, hey,
Discord.
Fox.
Yeah, my Discord decided to be a pussy and puss out. So
Oh,
yeah, it my Discord likes to do that. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to speak, and all of a sudden you're just restarting on me. The fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw me leave and just come back in.
But
It's like,
yeah, so that's where it is. I'm sorry that happened. I actually didn't know we were live, but Wubcake, if you're watching this, because I'm sure you fucking Google your name or something. Oh, fuck you. You should talk to me. Uh, yeah. I didn't know you
and
were
also
live,
talk to me if you're human enough.
but yeah. I gotta get going here, but look, I hope you you know you get a little better. You get over
Mentally,
any kind of
I think I'm
issues.
okay. Just shooken up after this whole fucking ordeal. But, like, the whole year of trauma and shit of 2022 was just for me. Like, it was that bad.
Yeah, I certainly understand. Yeah, and you take care. and you too as well, Wing. I'll probably leave this little group here because I just don't stay in very many things. But yeah, and if I don't, just as a precursor, if you do message me and stuff, and I don't reply, just know it's because I'm probably pretty busy. I am
Pretty busy with life and stuff like that. That makes sense because Twitch streamers and YouTubers always have to have lives of their own. We're all human.
Yep. So that would be why I'm not trying to intentionally snub anyone. I don't even message. I don't even message my wife back. So, all right. You guys take care. And I'll, just take it easy. And,
I will.
Yeah.
I will. I promise, man.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Wait,
I think that's it for the live, I guess. But I just want to make sure for everybody that knows that I am deeply sorry, Wub. If only you could have seen that in the video when I burst into tears and shit. Wish you could have understood that I was one of your quote-unquote fans that literally were gonna hire you and shit for projects that I wanted to do in life before 2022 was over. But your mod team decided to do that shit to me, and you didn't even know, or was known, but didn't come forward, or didn't obligate to. But, yep. I just don't understand. Like, half the time I try to do stuff for people, and I get shit on. So, alright. I think I'm at it.